Hey guys, it's Kayla here, and I'm just popping in my car, but also outside with the windows open. It's kind of nice. I am in between jobs at this moment, and I just wanted to pop in and talk about kind of some revelations I've made in the past week. So first of all, there's been a lot of changes. First of all, I found out about the new fiber-fueled book by Dr. B, the gut healing doctor. I can't say his last name, but the book was just released on May 12th. I found out about this book, I believe it was through I'm pretty sure it was Lily Koi Hawaii that I found out about this book through. And so I promptly ordered it and started listening to his podcast interviews that people have done with him and watching videos on YouTube of his, and really interested in what his message was. As someone who has IBS and who has all these symptoms that the traditional medical profession can't really link to anything and look at me like I've got three heads when I ask for help, it was really exciting to see someone that not only has a plant-based approach to gut health, but also very science-based. So it's, I haven't started reading it yet, but I've listened to like hours and hours of this guy, and I'm very, oh look, I'm low battery. Yeah, I'm very intrigued. So the fiber-fueled way of eating, in conjunction with, I just saw it yesterday on High Carb Hannah's most recent video, she is launching a Eat Your Veggies challenge with Plantiful Kiki and Chelsea Mae Cullen. I almost forgot your last name. Sorry, I didn't write any notes. So the three of them are hosting this challenge. It's mainly Instagram based. They're both very active. They're all three very active on Instagram. And all three have experienced some amazing physical and internal transformations eating plant-based. And what I love about this is I found Plantiful Kiki a couple months ago, and it kind of reignited the fire that had nearly gone out in me, and why I kind of strayed and gained a lot of weight and just all that stuff. Her video on kind of how she lost like 66 pounds, but how she did it was a McDougall way, start solution way, and she simplified it down into basically looking at your plate and making half of it veggies and half of it starch. So it could be like, you know, something fancy prepared, like vegan, low-fat-ish mac and cheese, and then whatever like veggies you want on the side, just like non-starchy veg, and just like half in the plate. But they've simplified this challenge even more, where they're saying, you know, whatever you're having, have the same amount in vegetables, either steamed vegetables or raw vegetables, or like a big salad with a low-fat dressing. And the intention is that you switch to a more, you know, plant-based through the whole thing, because your taste buds change. They talk about calories a little bit, but it's not a main focus, because if you're eating primarily plants, then you're just naturally going to be consuming the right amount for your body. And I do find myself just having this insatiable hunger lately, and I like that this gives me like rules, but not in the stop doing this, but instead in the, if you're going to do that, whatever that thing is, add some of these things in. And so like tonight I'm going to get vegan takeout, and then I'm going to do a whole bunch of green veggies on the side. And I'm excited about it because it kind of like gives me permission to do these things that I thought of as treating myself before, and then afterwards I feel guilty. And instead I can like make this part of my healthy lifestyle. I am starting to incorporate a lot more raw foods, but honestly, like at nighttime, I need something heavier, and maybe as like summer progresses, I'll go more back to raw, but I'm not making any promises with it right now. So right now will be my first like probably proper like eat your veggies meal. I just have to check the time because I'm going to work in a bit. I'm good. So what I'm doing is having strawberries, and to balance out my strawberries, I'm having a bell pepper, and that is my like eat your veggies meal, where I'm having something that would be, you know, carbohydrate and something non-starchy. I don't know, they're all carbohydrate, they're both fruits, one's sweet, one's not, but that's how I'm balancing out my fruit. And then I have later on, I've got chickpeas with tomatoes and cucumber. So the chickpeas would be like the starchy half of the meal, and then the tomato and cucumber is the veggie part of the meal. And you could do even more veggies, but that's like how simple it can be. And yeah, the official challenge starts on Monday, and there's actually like an Instagram page. If you go to my Instagram right now, I actually posted a like screenshot of the challenge page and all the people that are running it. My Instagram is fruit_medicine. And what else is going on? I am done with Turbofire. I had like a serious conversation with myself, realized that I really didn't want to do those type of workouts for the rest of my life. So I have let that go. I'm stopping with that. I always get quiet when there's people walking by because it's kind of weird. I'm talking to myself. And then I woke up one morning and remembered that I bought a like yoga bundle through Megan Curry like 5 years ago, and I never really completed it. So I am going back to that. I'm not actually doing, in a previous video I talked about 75 hard. Right now I'm not really doing or intending on fully doing 75 hard, but what I am doing is using it as kind of an inspiration for how I'm doing my days. So I have my water. I fill this thing up every morning, and ideally I fill it up again. I try to get 2 of these in. If I don't, I'm not going to stress about it. That's like the big thing right now, is don't stress about it. Minimum of 10,000 steps a day. I'm going for a walk at least once a day when I have these gaps in between work where I have some time. I go for a walk around the town, and then I'm doing yoga as my like activity until the gym's open and I can start lifting again. But I feel like this is like what I need right now because of the like foundation I have in anatomy now. I can do yoga in a very safe way, and I actually feel like my muscles are more sore from doing this yoga practice, which has core, which has a lot of strengthening involved. I feel like I'm actually feeling more from this than I did during the 8 weeks of Turbofire, which was basically like cardio and HIIT. And I was really worried about getting injured because you're going at such a fast pace and you're like just worried about getting the heart rate up, that I didn't want to, like, my knee was starting to bother me. Excuse me, I have hiccups now. There was just a bunch of little things that were happening with my body that I'm like, this is not really the right path. And part of me, like, I think my ego was saying, you know, you committed to doing 12 weeks of this, you should follow through and do the full 12 weeks. And at like the 6-7 week mark, I had this conversation with myself. So I finished like 7.5 weeks. I kind of started to taper off, took a little break, and then I was like, okay, if I don't actually start something new, then I'm going to go back to where I was. So I feel like now I've kind of got a plan I'm really excited about, a plan I feel like is going to be easy to stick to. And I'm going to be like, you know what, if I want to eat like a chocolate brownie, then I'm going to have a salad with it. Like that's what I'm gonna do, is no matter what I'm having, I'm gonna have a vegetable with it. Also, pro tip, you don't have time, if you're working like 3 jobs like I do, and you don't have time to cut your vegetables, you can eat this like an apple. You could just bite into it. It's like a novel idea. Everyone at work thinks that I'm like so weird and crazy because I eat my peppers like an apple. I do the same thing with cucumbers. There's like no excuses for getting the veggies in. Yesterday I had a black bean soup for dinner, and to do my veggie with it, I ate like 3/4 of a cucumber. And you know, you find a way, find that like portable vegetable, that vegetable that's easy to throw in your purse without like a container, with no knife, all that stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. I didn't mention it in my Garmin video, so if you watch the Garmin video and you also have a Garmin, if you're also on Garmin Connect, same name if you want to join and be friends on there and do little walking challenges. Fruit_medicine is again my name on there. And I'm sorry, I can't find somewhere good to put my phone. I'm gonna keep yammering if I don't cut this off. So I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Please check out the Eat Your Veggies challenge. Check out Hannah's most recent video. She is looking amazing. And if nothing else, like, go eat like a fruit or vegetable. Bye guys.